Hello. Happy Friday, my friends. I do not normally do lives on Friday, but as I mentioned yesterday, we're launching a new catalog next week. So that warrants lives every day, I think. So we're going to do that, at least for the next few days. I won't be doing live Sunday, but we will go live tomorrow and then Monday through Friday next week. So today I want to focus on the new in colors. So if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up, and I probably just made like the biggest mistake ever because I had a salad right before I started this. So I'm going to try to refrain from letting that Italian dressing come back at me. But anyway, so if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up, each year we release 5 new in colors that are around for 2 years. So these are like the trendy colors that are kind of on trend and sort of what's hitting the, design market, whether that's interior design or fashion design or what have you. It's kind of hitting those targets and also filling maybe holes in the Stampin' Up line. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't fill a hole. It's just a fun color, right? So I'm going to share the 5 new in colors with you, and I have a few other things to mention about the in colors. So we're going to kind of talk about all of that at once. I'm super excited about the in colors. They're very bright and fun, and you know what I love is they actually look really good together. So that doesn't always happen. Sometimes the new in colors don't really work well together, but they're great individual colors. These are great individual colors. They're also really cool together, and they're nice and bright and bold, so that's fun too. So let me switch my camera around. Just go ahead and give me a shout if you're watching live, and then we'll get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this up here, and I think I can zoom in a little bit, maybe. Oh, I guess not today. Yesterday I could, but oh, there we go. There we go. That works. Just so you guys can see a little bit better. So let me introduce you to our, what are we calling them? In colors. Sorry, totally spaced for a second. So we've got 5 new colors, very bright, very bold, but also very pretty. So Starry Skye, Orchid Oasis, Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, and Parakeet Party. So those are our 5 new in colors. So pretty. This reminds me of Taken with Teal. If you've been around for a while, this is a really fun one. This actually I thought was more like a pink, but once I got it, it's very close to real red, but it's a little more pinky than red is. Love the Parakeet Party. That used to be one of my favorite colors was Lemon Lime Twist, which was an in color from a few years back. This is very similar to that. It's just more green, whereas the other one was more yellow. And then we have Orchid Oasis, which is like a purple blue, and then Starry Skye. So I will tell you that my favorite so far out of these is the Starry Skye. I'm such a blue person, though, that kind of makes sense. It's similar to Night of Navy, but just a little bit more like purpley blue. So it's just very pretty. You're going to see that in a second because I'm going to actually stamp with that one today. I'm not going to stamp with all of them, but I am going to show you cards with all of them so you can see the finished results. But we're only going to stamp with Starry Skye tonight. So hey there. Hi guys. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, your pre-order just arrived today. Yeah, the new colors are very pretty. So I can show you in the card stock as well. So we've got so you can see here, I think this shows a little bit better than the ink pad, that it's a little less red. Like this one actually looks very much like real red if you look at the ink pad, but it does have a pinker tone to it. So there is Sweet Sorbet. This is Parakeet Party. So again, a very bold, bright green. Then we have Starry Skye, which again, this one's kind of coming in as my favorite at the moment, but I haven't played with them all that much. I'm sorry, I was going to call it Taken with Teal. That's the old color. This is Tahitian Tide. Very similar to Taken with Teal, I think, although I don't have any of that color left to really compare it. And then, last one, Orchid Oasis. This one I think is going to be really pretty too. So, let's go ahead and create a card using these. And I'm also going to highlight a new stamp set and bundle, I should say. Actually, it's a whole collection, which I'll show you the collection probably at another time. I'm just going to show you the bundle for now. But we've got, it's called Nature's Prints. And so that's the stamp set, which I love. I'm a sucker for like greenery and anything fernish, flowerish. I love the little blob, I like to call them, and the font's really pretty and the sentiments are really great too. And then this is the coordinating die set, so you can see it cuts out some of the pieces. It has a nice label piece. I love when a set has multiples of the same one, so I used these on the card today, but I only had to run it through the machine once because I wanted 3 of them, but I have 3 different dies, so I can just run it all at once. I love that. Same with this, we have 2 of those, so you can actually run them twice. The little wreath is beautiful. Look how fun that is. So that's the die cut wreath that's part of this set. And I always love to have a label as well. So that's our dies. I will need those actually, so I'm going to set those aside for the moment. And then let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of Starry Skye cardstock. And I scored that at 5 1/2 using my Stampin' trimmer. I like to do a top fold card every once in a while, so that's what that is. So I already pre-cut that. I also cut myself a 4 by 5 1/4. Hey Patty, hey Marlene, hey Debbie. 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Starry Skye, and I'm gonna run that through with the Fern embossing folder. This is a 3D embossing folder. This is also part of that suite collection, the Sun Prince suite, which is what the stamp bundle is from. But I'm just going to use the embossing folder for right now. I need to take that out. Let's straighten that out. Did you guys know that there's like a little line here at the bottom to help make sure that you have your paper in straight, if that's important for your project? Hey Susan. So I'm just going to roll this through. Whoops, my washi tape just went running away. And now I have this really pretty fern background. I love the fern folder. That was one of the first things on my list. It's very, very pretty, and I think very versatile too. But again, I love anything that is greenery focused. So, all right, so first thing, I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this down to my card base just as it is. So we'll do that. Okay. And I'm just going to center that in there like that. Okay. All right, next up, I need to do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to take the Starry Skye ink pad, and I'm going to use this large fern flowery piece, and we'll ink that up. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. I'm going to see if I can get both of these pieces on one little sheet of white, because this is the only piece I have over here. And then I also want this little fern piece as well. So I'm going to ink that up and stamp that too. Okay, perfect. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? So, oh, and I have to show you how to put these together in a second too. Don't let me forget to do that. So, set those aside, and while I have this out, I also die cut the little label out of white cardstock, and I'm going to use my sentiment. When you're stamping, you want to make sure you're going straight down, straight up, so I'm not rocking that. And the same thing when you stamp. You want to make sure you're going straight. Let me look so it's straight. You want to go straight down, straight up. Perfect. Okay, so now I can put this away. Before I actually do the die cutting though, let me show you what you want to do when you get your ink pads. So if you look here, these all have the little label on them, right? And inside they have the color here. So that's so that when you have your ink pad open, if you have a bunch of ink pads open at the same time, you'll be able to tell what color is what, because sometimes they all look very similar when they're on the table. Like if this wasn't here, that could be like a brown, or you know what I mean, you can't always see the red tone in it. So what you want to do when you first get them is back here, there's a little peel thing here, And you're gonna, the top one is English. You could of course put it in a different language if you'd like to. Make sure, I always like to have right under the Stampin' Up logo, so right where you're gonna pull that apart like a makeup compact, you're gonna go ahead and attach the little sticker. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take one of the little in color little labels here, and we're going to stick that right along the inside, like so. This can be a little tricky. Sometimes I use my bone folder. Right now I have a little bit of a nail here, so I can do that. And now that's ready to go, so it's actually all set for colors. Generally, it is recommended once you've done that, however, to actually take this piece off, which I don't normally do, just because it just allows them to stack a little bit better, but I usually leave it there. If you see, like, these will stack together like that. If you remove those little pieces, it just kind of sticks a little bit better. But I usually have mine in my storage unit from Stampin' Up, so I don't really care if they don't stack perfectly because I have them in there anyway. This would be a really cool color scheme for 4th of July, or actually maybe even adding in that one too. That would be a really fun 4th of July theme. Okay, I digress. Let's go ahead and cut these out. All right, so I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine again. So guys, I believe I posted anyway, that the pricing for some of these items are going up in the new catalog. So I don't know what I did with my plates. The Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is actually going to be a little bit more. I think it's I forget. It's like 125 or something, or 135 or something in the new catalog. So if you've been eyeing these, you may want to grab it now when you can save a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out. So I'm gonna take this piece here. Hopefully they'll both fit at the same time. It's the only bad part about putting them so close together. Plus, the new magnetic plate for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss is going to be available with the new catalog launch next week on May 3rd. So I can order, which actually I think I forgot to put that on my list. I can order that with my new catalog order next week. The mini one, the mini magnetic plate for our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss is not yet quite ready. So you won't be able to order that one yet, but it should be here soon, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to get those lined up, and then I'm going to carefully, whoops, I moved it. I'm going to carefully put this down on top. Okay. And then we'll get it into the machine and roll that through. Okay, and now I can pick these up. And we've got perfectly, well, I kind of missed a little bit on the fern. It must have moved, but I can fix that. So I'm going to put these over here so I don't lose them. Whoops. And then I'll move this out of the way. And we'll grab these. Let me just quickly, with my scissors, let's go ahead and just, if I miss a little bit like that, I'm just going to pretend like I'm really good, and I'm just going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. Again, I'm moving the paper, not the scissors, and I'm just trimming off a little bit of that. And it's not as perfect as it would be with the die cut, but it'll be fine. Nobody's going to notice. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to attach this to my card base. We're going to go ahead and do this. So I was telling you at the beginning that I have a couple of things to tell you about the in colors. So 2 things are coming. First off, if you love the in colors and you want them like all right now, you can actually do a starter kit beginning in May 3rd when the new catalog launches that includes in color product. And I should have double checked closely. I believe, if I remember correctly, it is all 5 of the ink pads, the designer series paper, and I believe it's a thing of cardstock for each. It's a 60 $8 value roughly, $67.50 I think. So it's a great deal. So if you want all the in colors at once, you could do that. And what's cool is you also get to pick $125 worth of product of your choice on top of that. And it's only $99 plus tax, free shipping. So of course this does make you officially a demonstrator, but you can join as a happy shopper. So you can use it as just a discount on the products you already know and love, or you can be like me and do classes and events and build something bigger if you choose to, but it's not required. So that's kind of a cool thing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right. And this is gonna go like this. The other thing that's gonna be happening, if you don't really wanna do that, but you still want all the in colors, but you don't have the budget to do it all at once, I'm gonna be bringing back my in color club this year. So for several years, except for last year, I used to do an in color club where each month you would get a little box of in color fabulousness. So that month, you would get, every month would be a different color. So say Starry Skye was your color for the month. You would get a package with the cardstock, the ink pad, the refill, the Stampin' Right marker, the Stampin' Blends, if there is one in that color, which I think there is a blends for all of the new ink colors, and a ribbon or embellishment in that color as well. So it's a really great way to build up your whole inventory of this color family, and you can do it on a budget. So I will be providing more details about that coming very soon. So you can keep an eye out for that. It's a really fun way to kind of get all the goodies because it comes in a fun little box and I make it all pretty. And we have a little hand-stamped card that is featuring the color of the month. So it's just a really great way to do your collection. Okay, so now I'm going to take my dimensionals and I'm going to pop this up. And then the last, well, two last steps, of course, is to embellish. We're going to add some texture, and then we're going to add some bling. So first off, I'm going to do, here it is. I'm going to do some linen twine on this, but while we're talking about the ink colors, I want to show you the new ribbon that comes in the new ink colors. There's actually two embellishments or ribbons that come in the new ink colors. The ribbon I'm going to show you, which comes in all 5 colors, and then also we have some baker's twine that comes in all 5 of the new colors, which you know I love some baker's twine, so I'm super excited about that. All right, so I just tied a little bow with my linen thread, and I'm going to go ahead, plop that on a mini glue dot, pick that up, and we're going to put that right here. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to grab my polished dots. There are some in color embellishments as well. They weren't available when I ordered my pre-order back a few weeks ago, but they are available now, I believe. So I'm just going to put the white clear ones from the polished dots. That's the cool thing about the Stampin' Up stuff. There's usually something else that will work if you don't have the exact match. So I'm just using some white ones. It also pulls in that white a little bit to kind of break up all that blue. And there you have it. A super cute little card showcasing the really fun Starry Skye cardstock, one of my favorites. So let's see this in the other colors, shall we? So we've got Starry Skye. This is a test for me as well. Tahitian Tide. Orchid Oasis. These 3 colors are really pretty together. Everybody was like, oh, they're really similar. They are a little bit similar, but I don't really think they are, because this is really a deep blue. This is a, Caribbean kind of blue, and this is kind of a purpley blue. So I think they're a little bit different. Then we have the Sweet Sorbet and Parakeet Party. So aren't those all pretty together? I love that. So those are the in colors, the 5 new in colors that I wanted to introduce you to. Like I said, this would be an example of the thank you card you would get with your in color club package. So I will open that up probably for the new catalog launch next week. You'll probably get an email if you're on my email list. If you're not on my email list, go ahead and subscribe to my email list by just clicking the sign up button at the top of this page. And that will put you into my email list, and you'll get all of the notifications of my events and classes and whatnot. Also, we have the ribbon that goes with that. So let me show you this. Yeah, the in colors are really, really pretty, Marlene. So this is Starry Skye. I used a bunch of this for a swap, which I can't show you that one yet, but I will show you soon. This one is Tahitian Tide. Super pretty. Those are the only two I have of the in colors. But these would be examples of thank you cards that would be in your box of goodies if you were part of the In Color Club. The other thing with In Color Club is you earn a free product bonus too, or a free gift. You have to, sometimes I pick the gift that you get at the end, and sometimes I let you pick your own. But we'll have to see. I haven't worked out all the details, but you'll get notified next week when I launch that, and you'll get all the details then. So that is that. And while I have you, I did launch, my goodness, it's super busy here, you guys. I don't know if you can hear the fire trucks, but I don't know what's happening. I did launch earlier this week, in case you missed it, my On the Horizon class. So that is open right now for registration. You get 2 each of 4 card kits. So these are the 4 card kits. And then I make an extra thank you card. So this is your thank you card. That will be finished and made. And then you'll get kits to make 2 of each of these cards. And it has a written tutorial. And if there's needs to be a video, I will do a video as well. Although I don't think there'll need to be one for this one. They're all pretty straightforward, but they're just really pretty. You get a half pack of the Designer Series paper. You'll get those fun polished dots that I used on the In Color cards. And you'll get the Essentials twine, the crumb cape color, and then of course all the die cut pieces. I would probably recommend that you have the dies or something similar, because where I will cut out like this fence, this piece here is from the dies, but I cut it out of the paper, and so you get a full quarter pack of the 6x6 paper, but I won't die cut anything out of the paper. So like in that case, that won't be die cut. This will, but this piece here is die cut out of the paper. This is die cut out of the paper. So you'll probably want at least the dies to be able to use this class. And you can, of course, substitute the other images with something else, but I also use the stamps as well. So that is that. So I think that was all I wanted to share with you today, but I feel like I needed to share something else, and now I don't remember. Anyway, we have a couple more days left of the Last Chance products, so be sure to check that out. May 2nd is the end of those, and then, of course, the new catalog goes live May 3rd, and you guys can see I have all sorts of ideas and things to share with you. These sticky notes are all ideas for videos or classes or projects that I want to copy, so it's going to be super fun. I can't show you the inside of this yet, but once it's live, I will do a little catalog tour for you so we can kind of walk through some of the stuff and some of my ideas, and so you'll be able to see all of that too. Again, definitely go ahead and subscribe to my email list, because you'll get all of those videos delivered right to your inbox. All right, my friends, I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I will be back tomorrow, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern with another video showcasing the new product. So I hope you will join me then. We're just going to take Sunday off, and then we'll be back at it again Monday through Friday too. So see you right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, and have a great day. Bye for now.